Alright, what's up guys? We are in the M340. It is a beautiful day outside, cool 85. And today we are going to be installing a mod that hopefully, if I do it all right, will change the front end look of my car, I think, like for the better in a lot of ways. But it's sitting right next to me right now, so we're about to go install it, and you guys will see what it is shortly. All right, so this is the box. I don't want to show you guys too closely because it has all of my personal information. But inside of that box right there, we're gonna have to put in new RGB DRLs. So my DRL strips, little 1 and 2, are gonna be any color I want now instead of just yellow or white. To do that, if you're familiar with the platform, let me pop the hood. Nice B58. So to do that, we have one DRL board right here, and then we have our outside one right inside of this wheel well. I'm gonna be trying my best to not forget anything, but I'm gonna break down every step to putting in these DRLs. And then if you follow me on any other social media, I'm going to be selling these RGB DRLs. All right, so I skipped a few steps here, but I'll go over what I skipped. So right now we have one of the DRL things right here. For the pre-LCI, we have one right here, one on the inside of the wheel well. So we have the little mugs off, and it's right in there. And then we have two on the other side as well. So what we're doing, we took off this protective plastic with these little like pin things where you pull this little thing up and then you pull the whole thing out. And now we have access to this top DRL board. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a T20 and take out these 3 screws, and then we're going to look at it so that we can compare it to the new one. So this is what the new one looks like. Pretty hard to understand, but so far I've learned that this side is the passenger side because these plugs are for, this is where like the power is, and that's on this side right here. So we're gonna get at it and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so we put the new board in. This is what the old board looked like right here. Ignore the chickens. So we took out these 2 screws because we had to put in a completely new board. It's really big in there, so it's gonna be like a snug fit. But now what we're gonna do, we attached 2 new screws to it, is we are going to work on the outside one on the same side so that we can plug this in and see if it actually works. And we're gonna put this in the other board and then plug these in, and we're gonna see if my car still turns on. Okay, so we're in the fender liner here. We're on the outer DRL. And if you can see this little hole right here, I went ahead and I drilled a hole so that we can access this top screw for the board plate, because otherwise it is basically impossible to access it with it still in the vehicle. So I went ahead and did that, and now I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and get everything plugged in so that we can test it and see if it works. Okay, so we got the old board out. This is what it looks like. Be super careful when you're taking this in and out because you don't want to touch the LED or else your LED is going to be cooked. So we took this one out, we put this one in. Now what we're going to do is, let's see, I have to figure out if I can get this untangled here. We know that this is the passenger side, and so are these, which would mean that this would go up top and this would be down bottom. And that is my hypothesis as of right now. So this would plug in like right here, basically. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna get this put back in the vehicle, and then we will pick up when we find a point that works best. Wait. So something else that we figured out along the way is these little pins right here go on the bottom. So we'll give you a demonstration. So you're gonna jam her in there, and as you can see, light is coming to the surface, and then now it's flashing. So we plugged this in, and the car turned off the power, so that's why it's not flashing anymore. But we plug this in, and then we push down this little black tab so that it would power. All right, so we just got done feeding this wire through here to the other side. So now what we're gonna do is kind of the opposite of what we did over there. Is we're gonna have the short one up top and then the long one go down bottom. We're gonna do that now. All right, guys, here's the finished product. On the right side, we did the exact same thing we did over there, but opposite. So the long side went to the bottom of the car and the short side stayed right up here. Yeah, this is what they look like now. All of the colors are controlled by an app on my phone, and I can select all of these colors individually. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.